Since I graduated from medical school in September, I've been reflecting on my time in school and pondering on my next career moves and what the future holds for me. During this time of reflection, I have realized 5 mistakes I made as a medical student, and I decided to share it with you guys so that you all don't make the same mistakes I made. Hello, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And as you can tell from the title of this video, we are going to be talking about 5 mistakes that I made as a medical student, things I regret doing, things I regret not doing, all of that good stuff. I'm going to talk about that in this video. So without much ado, let's get into it. Mistake number 1: not participating in extracurricular activities. During my time in medical school, I did not participate in outreaches. I think I only went for one outreach, which I think I vlogged in my channel. I'll put the link up in the somewhere up there. And I did not, do other things like organizing events and all of that. I did not hold any leadership positions. I did not get into politics of any kind. I actually particularly made sure to avoid that. I don't even know why. I just did not like the chaos that came with the whole thing. And yeah, I actually didn't really participate in a whole lot of things that could have actually helped me to learn new skills, learn how to communicate more with people, learn how to organize stuff, and actually learn how to be in a leadership position. So I did not do any of that. Extracurricular activities also helps you in networking. It helps you to meet new people. It helps you to talk to people that normally if you are in your room, you wouldn't meet them and talk to them. And yeah, it is actually good to help. It helps to like foster connection between you and your senior colleagues and even junior colleagues and all of that. Which brings me to my second point. The second mistake that I made in medical school is not building strong connections with people around me, whether it be my senior colleagues, my junior colleagues, whether it be my lecturers. I did not build a strong relationship with any of them. Networking was quite hard for me as a medical student because number one, I feel like people were being very pretentious when it comes to networking. I feel like people move to you basically solely just because of what they can gain from you and nothing else, not trying to foster a real connection with anybody. It was just based on transactional stuff. But I actually realized that you can do networking your own way. You can actually choose to foster real connections with people. And tying this to my first point of extracurricular activities, if I had joined extracurricular activities, I would have been put in teams with people to achieve a goal, to organize something, to do an outreach or something. And during the course of doing this thing, working together as a team, I would have gotten to know these people, built a relationship with them, had a connection with them that maybe after the whole event or something was over, I could actually maintain that relationship over time. But since I did not participate in any of these things, I was not able to network. So, another reason why networking was hard for me is because I am an introvert. Forget all these YouTube video shenanigans I am doing. I am actually an introvert, and I didn't want to, socialize with people. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I just wanted to go to school, go back to my hostel, and lie down on my bed, and that's it. But I have actually realized the importance of networking, building relationship with people, and all of that. And moving forward in the future, I am actually going to try to come out of my shell and try to connect with people and to work with people and to, overall just generally build relationships with people. Yeah. Mistake number 3: this is not having a career mentor. This mistake also ties into my first two mistakes because if I had had a mentor in medical school, person he or she would have told me the importance of having these extracurricular activities, the importance of participating in them, and the importance of networking. So At a point in medical school, we are assigned mentors. I think we are given like a spreadsheet with our names and a lecturer's name attached to it. And then we had like the contact of the lecturer. And I did not contact my mentor. I can't even remember the name of the person. I did not bother to even get to know the person. And yeah, that was quite terrible. That was something that I regret not doing. Because if I had had a mentor, the person would have helped me to make more informed decisions. The person would have helped me to um, be more intentional about my career as a medical student and to make my overall career as a medical student more successful. And owing to the fact that none of my family members were medical doctors, I did not know anything about medical school before getting into medical school. So I was basically just winging it. And I don't know why I didn't even think of slowing down to find someone who knew better than I did to help me through this journey. I was just doing whatever the hell I wanted. So I wish I had actually found someone to put me through and guide me, to make more informed decisions, to do the things that are important in medical school and not just wasting my time scrolling on social media and reading novels and sleeping and all of that. All of those things are good. You're supposed to rest, you're supposed to entertain yourself and have fun, but not to the detriment of the important things that you need to do for yourself and for your career. Mistake number 4, not participating in clinical activities. When you finish your preclinicals and you enter a clinical class and you have a time where you go for your clinical postings in your wards and clinics, where you learn how to collect patients, how to examine patients, and also all this intravenous cannulation and universal catheterization and all that good stuff. Take it very seriously, not just to pass your exams, but to also build your confidence as a doctor. Hear me out. So when you do these things, quite frequently, when you come to the exam, you will not feel as nervous as you would feel when you have not done them like at all. Yeah. And then when you come out as a doctor, you feel confident in your skills that you can actually help patients with the skills that you have. So that now comes back to me because now that I've graduated as a doctor, I'm here to start my housemanship. I feel like on my first day, like I will still be shaking in my boots. At this point, the clinical acumen I have with the time I've spent at home, they have all started to disappear. So I feel like on my first day, I will feel ill prepared. I would not really have the confidence to do stuff on my own. And it's not because I didn't really participate in my clinical activities. Yes, I did participate. I did the bare minimum. I made sure to clerk and examine patients and present to my consultants and also learn, those IV cannulation and all of that. I tried to learn all that stuff. I feel like I could have done more. I don't know. This year when we started final year, I had this thought to after school I'll go back to the hospital, maybe meet a senior colleague to help me with these skills, help me to learn them, help me to hone the skills I already have. But I was so overwhelmed with all the things we had to read that I hardly found the time to do all those things. And when I spoke to a senior colleague about it, he actually advised me to just focus on finishing my final exams. That as a house officer, I am actually going to be learning and not just to work. You're going there to learn. So even if you don't, you're not confident in some of your skills when you start as a house officer, there are always people to teach you and help you till you're able to stand on your feet. So, but me, I like to be very prepared for things before, going into them. And, I struggle so much with imposter syndrome. And that's why being very prepared actually helps me to feel confident. Because if I'm ill prepared, I'm already like saying, see, you're not. Basically, all I'm just trying to say is that I could have gone the extra mile to learn the skills, to hone the skills, and to make sure I am very, very prepared for my first day as a house officer. Number 5, my biggest enemy, my biggest enemy, and the one thing I still battled the most: procrastination and lack of time management. Oh my God, if I had a penny for the times I have said I will start reading early, I would be a millionaire by now. I would be a trillionaire. You know this thing when you finish writing a professional examination and you finally scale through and you're like, oh my god, the next time I am going to start reading early. You will not start reading early if you don't make plans to start reading early. You will not start out like you keep procrastinating, and that's what happened to me. After every professional exam, I'll be like, thank God I finally passed this one. The next exam, I'm going to start early. Before the lecture, I will even teach this topic. I've read it and all of that. It actually never happens. I never do it. I keep procrastinating. I keep doing the things I'm not supposed to do, watching movies, lying down on my bed, scrolling on social media, not managing my time well. And then at the end of the day, when it's close to the examination, I am scrambling for time. I am looking for how to cover 10 topics in 2 hours. Ah, I'm just remembering all those times and all the things that we did. It was crazy. It was crazy. That is one thing that I would take back if I could take it back. I would have started preparing early, because when you start preparing early, you get to assimilate these things, you get to understand it better, and not just cramming it so you go and pour it for the examination and come out you get. So I think I remedied that a little bit in my final year. At least from January, I know I had a solid study group. We are meeting every week and we are quite serious about it, and it actually helped me in this final year, even though that I still had a lot to cover at the end of the day. But it would have been way worse if I hadn't started early. So yeah, that is like the fifth thing that I regret: procrastinating and not managing my time well. That is still something I struggle with, and I pray to God that I am able to overcome that. And there you have it. Those are the 5 mistakes that I made as a medical student that I decided to share with you guys, so you all learn from my mistakes and don't repeat the same mistakes that I made. So if you watched up to this point and you enjoyed this video, you learned something from it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and also share it with your friends that are medics, even non-medics. Anybody can watch. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.